Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lawley. Today we're coming to you from the heart of Route 66 Vintage Market in Sepulveda.
This is right off the Mother Road, and here you can find all sorts of treasures. You never know what you'll find during a trip to this unique spot. From antiques to Okie-themed swag, there's something fun for everyone among these booths. We'll show you around throughout the show.
And to kick things off, how about a trip to southern Oklahoma?
If quiet cabins are your style, we've got a place for you. Tina McGarry takes us to Riverbend Lodge.
Nestled among the trees and the quiet beauty of the Arbuckles, Riverbend Lodge offers a tranquil getaway for guests.
We get a variety of people, but it's mostly families and couple getaways. And every once in a while we'll have a single person retreating, like more for a prayerful reason or just a little sabbatical time.
A serene escape with spectacular views. Riverbend Lodge lets you unplug, unwind, and enjoy the outdoors. The rustic cabins are comfortable but refined, stocked with all the necessities and comforts of home.
Everything is in your home that's normal to a household is probably here, except for food and coffee. But there's all the flatware, cookware, common pots and pans, towels, linens, and so you just mainly arrive and bring food.
And these lodges have some great spaces. Maybe you want to gather around the table for a good home-cooked meal. Each lodge has a fully stocked, spacious kitchen. There's plenty of room to hang out with your family, your friends, for a fun game night or just good conversation.
We get a lot of repeat guests that are family that have their weekend that want to get away and have like a little mini reunion.
Cabins vary in size and can accommodate up to 10 guests. Each features great outdoor living with a grill, fire pit, and hot tub.
Our newest is a little tree house that's a small little stilted home up in the trees.
The tree house is a favorite for couples. Elevated 15 feet above the ground, the inside is beautiful, romantic, and cozy.
A bend in the river, and we have the railroad that's crosses over the mountain edge. So you get a kind of a combination of meadow and mountain and woods. So that's kind of unique, and people like that. They don't feel like they're at a commercial resort. We have about 1.5 miles of Ouachita River frontage, and we have little fire pits, we have hot tubs in all the cabins. So the idea is to reconnect with your family and friends, and also get away.
In the Arbuckles,
every season out here is good. So.
I'm Tina McGarry, Discovering Oklahoma.
Riverbend Lodge Vacation Rentals are located at 3655 Hotel Road in Davis. You can view the cabins and make reservations on their website, river-bend-lodge.com.
Back along Route 66 now, about an hour northeast of here, you can find one of the Mother Road's icons.
Totem Pole Park is a landmark in our state and a piece of Route 66 history. Photojournalist Casey Kennedy takes us there.
We are at the Totem Pole Park outside of Foyle, Oklahoma. What we have here is one of the great examples of folk art to be found in this part of the country. All done basically single-handedly by a man named Ed Galloway over a period of many, many years. The centerpiece is 90 feet tall, and they just spent about 5 years going around the top and repainting it in the original colors. In addition to that, it's like a little over an acre park with other things that Mr. Galloway did, plus this museum and gift shop. It's been here in this form since 1948. A lot of people wonder because you look at the totem pole and you see the Native American chiefs at the very top. There's 4 of them, each facing a different direction. And as nearly as we can tell, Mr. Galloway wasn't Native American at all. He was German. He just built it because he wanted to build it and wanted to have a tribute to the Native Americans around this part of the country. I love stories about people who do something just because they want to. And that's what he did. Yeah. He would go down with a wheelbarrow down to the lake, or down to the river, pick up water and mix sand and water and mix a wheelbarrow full of concrete and build it. And then he'd go back and get another one. It was that laborious. When he was indoors, he would carve fiddles and stuff, which you see back in the back here. So he was just always making things. I come here a dozen times a year, maybe. There's always, Casey, always somebody here speaking a foreign language. Thousands of people visit it every year. More people, I think, are finding out about it, especially since the Rogers County Historical Society has refurbished it. There was a time when it was very neglected and in really bad shape. It had been vandalized, all the stuff had been stolen. It was just in terrible shape, and now look, it's beautiful now. This place is unique. There's not another place like this, with the totem pole, with the gift shop, with all of the stuff that Mr. Galloway did, basically single-handedly. There's not another place like this that I know of anywhere.
You'll find Totem Pole Park on East Highway 28A in Chelsea. The park is open from dawn to dusk every day, and the gift shop is open noon to 5 p.m.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
The pandemic happened and a lot of our financial opportunities were stripped away.
How one Oklahoman found the brightest spot in the COVID crisis.
You can come with your kids, you can come, as a college student.
Plus, fun for all ages at this superhero shop in Norman.
We make our own sauces, we make our own lasagnas and own dough, we make our own bread.
And some of the best home-style Italian food in the state. We'll tell you where to find it coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Imagine limitless possibilities with the Oklahoma Travel Guide. Imagine world-class wonderlands, road trips that inspire. Imagine date night elevated. Order your free guide at travelok.com. Imagine that.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the heart of Route 66 Vintage Market in Sapulpa. There's really so much fun to be had here just looking around.
And if it's a bright spot you're looking for, I got to tell you, here is a cookie you have to try. Photojournalist Chris Cook explains that with a trip to a place called Bright Spot Baking. And as Chris told us, these cookies will change your life.
How did this get started?
By accident, truly. The pandemic happened and a lot of our financial opportunities were stripped away. I started making cookies for friends and neighbors just to cheer them up, and someone said, I would pay for these. And then it turns out her mom would also pay for them, and her mom's friend would also pay for them. And so we just kind of ran quietly and then bought our name and turned it into a thing. We have our regular players, which is chocolate chip, white chocolate macadamia nut, oatmeal raisin, snickerdoodle, confetti sugar, peanut butter chip, which is my personal favorite. We do have like a cookie of the month. We rotate every month and just kind of put something out there. So we'll have our standards, and then we'll also have a special cookie every now and then. When you make the phone call, if you call us, you're calling my personal cell phone, the phone number my mom has. It's me in my kitchen. You put in your order and we'll reach out to you and figure out what time to come see you, and then we'll come see you. Or we'll set a time for you to come knock on our door. We don't ship, we would rather drive. We've driven hour and a half out of the way to get them to people that very same day, and we're happy to do it. We want you to have the freshest product possible. Right now, the delivery areas are anywhere from 25 miles, 30-ish miles probably outside of Oklahoma City and Tulsa. I enjoy the baking part and the concentration that baking requires and the precision that baking requires, but I love seeing people's faces when they get their cookies.
Hi! Yeah! They are full of goodness and sunshine and happiness. They're the most perfect cookie that you could ever imagine putting in your mouth.
It's cookie day!
Of all of the cookie options that are out there, you can truly taste the love and the compassion and the generosity that goes into each and every one of these cookies. It is well worth the travel, well worth the phone call, well worth our very hard-earned dollars to put a little piece of sunshine right in your belly.
What makes them so good is that you can just tell they're homemade. You can tell that there's love in these cookies. They're big and they're soft and they just melt in your mouth. And there's just like a little bit of extra love in them.
I don't want to call you out or anything, but I heard you're going to hide them from your kids.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I am fully going to hide a few of these from my kids. They cannot go through them like regular cookies. These are not regular cookies. They are magic cookies. and they can't have all of them. Mama needs some to her own.
We're just going to keep trying and bettering ourselves to keep up and stay competitive and stay in the game.
Bright Spot Baking can be contacted on their website, brightspotbaking.com. Right now they are not shipping, but you can pick up in the Edmond area or arrange for delivery in both Oklahoma City and Tulsa metro areas.
Something else that will bring a smile to many faces, comic books.
And the good news is, I know where you can find a ton of them. Come along with me now to this very cool store in Norman that's called Speeding Bullet Comics. Pow! You walk into Speeding Bullet Comics and realize they are still rocking it after being here over 20 years. Matthew Price and his wife Annette are the owners. While he says it's been a good run so far, there have been changes in the industry.
I think there's always been sort of a passion, both for like the genre-specific stuff of superheroes, but also for the medium of comics, which it puts together words and pictures in a different way, really, than any other medium.
Matthew's passion is evident when he talks about the store. That passion was a big part of why he bought this place years ago. And it has to do with scholastics and zeroing in on getting young people to read.
There's Free Comic Book Day that happens once a year that we really try to get kids to come in and get comics, because there have been studies that have shown the more reading material you have in your house, the better your educational outcomes tend to be. So if we can give you a few comics and just give you one, a little more chance to have something in your house to read, then maybe we'll engage you and kind of teach you that skill that's so important.
Amazingly, the store has not only promoted literacy, but also community.
Very much about promote literacy, promote community, and promote kind of the camaraderie and, truth, justice, and that comes along with the characters to some degree.
And what characters you can find, from DC to Marvel and everything in between. You can be your own captain or master of your own universe. Listen, the shadow does indeed know Speeding Bullet Comics serves so many levels and purposes. Some items you can get for literally peanuts, from masks to reaction figures, regular figures, t-shirts, games. You have no clue. Well, they have that too. Don't forget, there are regular books, comic books, and graphic novels. Roll the dice and see what you can find.
Batman, Spider-Man, those are kind of the big sellers, but then things will kind of come up out of nowhere to some degree and just be, oh, here's kind of the new thing that people are into this month or this year that ends up being kind of a cool thing.
People who come in have a fun mission as their fingers flip through material, searching, questioning, until something catches their attention, just like regular customer Ryan McCann, who has been coming here for 15 years.
You'd think that I would know everything that's in here, but I still come in and we'll walk around and spend at least a good 15, 30, 45 minutes after I've already picked up, say, what I was looking for, just walking around to see if I see anything else that I like.
What's not to like about Speeding Bullet Comics? They go beyond just the pros of selling you things, and customers remember the excellent service.
It's a neat thing to see that, for 22 years, you start to kind of build some relationships, but also just some, you're a place in people's minds and in their hearts that was important to them. And even if they're not here all the time, I know when COVID first started happening, there were people who had moved away who would email or call and say, hey, can you mail us a book, or can we buy a gift certificate or something? Because we want to, be there for you guys, because you guys were there for us.
Speeding Bullet Comics is located at 614 North Porter in Norman. They're open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sunday.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
We get a lot of compliments on those because they're unique.
The little shop in Stillwater with the big fan base.
As far as hospitality, good food, this is the place to be.
Good food served by friendly folks. The Italian spot where you've just got to stop when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Why order a free Oklahoma outdoor guide? Uncover unique wonders. Cultivate your curiosity. And wake up your wild side. Order or download your free copy today.
Welcome back to the heart of Route 66 Vintage Market, a great place for antique shoppers and all kinds of treasure hunters. Vintage is the name of the game at this shop.
And in Stillwater, there is a shop full of handcrafted gifts and more. Right now, Deanne Stein's going to take us shopping at Typo Market.
The family business is called Typo Market, and it's filled with everything they love: home goods, gifts, and all things paper.
I love paper. I mean, I have so many notebooks that I don't even use. Just anything paper goods.
You can see that love instantly when you enter the store. A vast selection of journals, notepads, and thank you cards, as well as an array of colorful pens. Then there's the wall of greeting cards.
We get a lot of compliments on those because they're unique, they're funny, they're fresh, they're modern, so a lot of people come in for those.
Katie Barlow works with her mother, Susan Hartford, who founded the store.
It's a family thing, and I feel like it's giving them great experience.
And a platform to branch out and offer even more.
Honestly, I don't think I even buy our greeting cards. It's more of her thing, but I use all of our home goods like crazy. I love all of our home goods.
As you walk into the space in the back, the store opens up to dozens of displays, from bath items, pillows, and rugs, to kitchen gadgets and home decor.
I think a lot of people say they come in and they find things that they never knew they needed, but it's a perfect gift place.
For anyone on your list, some of their top sellers include incense and candles.
And stickers, I would say. We probably
Which is so
sell
random.
Stickers, greeting cards, pens, and socks. For some reason, we have a great sock vendor.
Yeah. Some of the newest items they just added include everything needed for a bar cart.
We're really excited about that. We'll have like mixers, we have like bottle openers that are really pretty but very functional.
Aside from working with friends and family, they say the best part of owning the store is serving their customers.
We have a nice base here in Stillwater and a lot of people supporting us online if they're not even here. So that's really cool. But yeah, most of our clientele are college students and their moms.
Like mother, like daughter. In Stillwater, I'm Deanne Stein for Discover Oklahoma.
You'll find Typo Market at 123 East 9th Street in Stillwater. They're open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with later hours till 8 on Thursdays. They're closed on Sunday.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
By the time you finish the menu, you can start over again.
Wait until you hear how often some folks are visiting this restaurant and find out why you will want to as well. That's next when Discover Oklahoma continues.
There are some things you just can't contain. Oklahoma Today magazine is bursting with culture, mind-blowing restaurants, trips, adventures, and so much more. It's the perfect gift for Mother's Day or Father's Day. Give them something truly special, a year's worth of adventure. For only $14.95, Oklahoma Today magazine. Break through the ordinary.
We've really enjoyed doing a little shopping today here at the heart of Route 66 Vintage Market in Sapulpa.
And if you drive north about 15 minutes, you will hit Napoli's Italian Restaurant in Sand Springs. Right now, Jason Grubbs is going to show us what's on the menu.
Nothing beats homemade Italian, and if you're in downtown Sand Springs, Napoli's is where you want to stop. Everything here is made from scratch, including that bread.
As far as hospitality, good food, this is the place to be.
Sharon Melton has been in every week for the past 3 weeks. The food is that good.
It is that good.
They have a variety of authentic Italian dishes here, like chicken, seafood, pizza, pasta, and sandwiches, all with a hearty helping.
I like the Cecilino chicken with a lemon and capers and artichoke.
Bessemer Arifi and his brother Beckham opened up their Sand Springs restaurant in 2008. It's inside the town's old trolley station. In fact, the original tin ceiling, phone booth, and waiting room door are still here. One of the dining areas was even made to resemble the inside of a trolley car.
The atmosphere is really open, is a lot of energy, a lot of people come casual.
The Arifi brothers grew up in the restaurant business, and much of the menu comes from their family cookbook.
Some of it is an old recipe from different places that we've been with family.
Other dishes are simply modern-day creations from the restaurant's kitchen. All of it homemade.
Everything is made from scratch.
Right down to the salad dressings.
We make our own sauces. We make our own lasagnas and on dough. We make our own bread. And
oh boy, that bread. It's hot, fresh, and oh so good.
It is very fresh and it's very good.
Janet Goodman has been in to dine a few times. Her favorite is the pasta sampler. Today she's trying the pizza and went with a good old classic pepperoni. Janet says no matter what you order, you'll find out this corner spot is a tasty piece of Italy with an Oklahoma hometown feel. Everything's home cooked back there too.
Yes, it is.
Can you tell that?
Absolutely. Everything is good. Everything is good. We've not had anything that was not a good dish, and the people are wonderful.
At Napoli's Italian in downtown Sand Springs, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
Naples is located at 28 East Broadway in Sand Springs. They're open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday and closed on Monday.
No matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. All you have to do is just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A huge thank you to the great folks here at the heart of Route 66 Vintage Market for hosting us this week. You'll find this unique shopping spot at 105 East Dewey in Sapulpa. They're open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and close at 4 p.m. on the weekends. You can shop some of their items online at their website, route66vintagemarket.com.
Coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're headed inside the Oklahoma Weather Museum.
And check out some true Southern cooking when you visit Mama C's Kitchen with us. Next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.